Greetings and welcome to our first new show of 2021. May 2021 being a completely and totally different year for all of you from 2020. And just to celebrate that we are into 2021 and everything should be very different, we've got an absolutely incredible show for you today. So what all do we have on the show? 2 or 3 big stories all happening. Of course, we've got the AirPods Max, yes, Apple's super premium, super expensive noise cancellation headset is with us. Every single question about this noise cancellation headset will be answered. I will leave nothing at all. I mean, that level of premium, that expensive, and yet so many questions, we'll answer them all. And then, of course, we've got this, the LG Wing, a phone that looks absolutely beautiful, but pretty normal till you do this. Yes, every question about this, including the fact that many people declared this to be the most innovative product of the year in 2020. And a lot of people also said, well, I don't see the purpose. So we'll answer all of that. That and a whole lot more, including our very special Experiences You Deserve section. Let's get started with today's Cell Guru. Let's start off with these. The top story is the Apple AirPods Max thing. This is Apple's first foray into full over-ear headphones. That also noise cancellation, and the fact that Apple says that this is the most premium sound you can get. I mean, lots of algorithms playing inside, spatial sound. You really get an incredible amount. Now, I've been using these for quite a while, and I'm going to give you my first impression. Then we go on to the review. So first and foremost, I have to say, in terms of build quality, absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is Apple at its very best. Metal, aluminium, beautifully built in every which way. At this price point, all the other stuff that you have from Bose, from Sony, from Sennheiser, from Bowers & Wilkins, is this good enough in terms of sound? After all, this is almost twice as expensive as any of those. Well, that gets answered in our review.
When the biggest, richest and fanciest tech company decides to build over-the-ear headphones, they ought to look like this. The new AirPods Max are a piece of art and their price definitely reflects that. At a hefty price of 59,900 rupees, here's what you get for your money. Apple gets full marks for the design. The AirPods Max look way different than any other wireless over-the-ear headphones in the market. The ear cups are made of aluminium and the headband is a stainless steel one. It's a no-brainer that the AirPods Max are the most premium looking headphones out there. The ear cushions have memory foam and the fit on AirPods Max is as snug as it can possibly be. It's safe to say that Apple has not skimped on the build quality and the feel of these headphones, but sound quality is where the real magic happens. At almost double the price we would normally pay for premium wireless headphones, we would certainly expect the best possible sound quality. But sadly, that is not the case here. The sound on AirPods Max is by no means bad. In fact, they have amazing sound quality. The active noise cancellation is better than the competition and is one of the best in the industry. But the sound quality still fell short of our expectations, especially considering the hefty price tag. There is another thing to consider here. The AirPods Max don't have a power button on them. This means that to put these to sleep, you must put them back into the smart case that comes with these headphones. The good thing is that the AirPods Max come with about 20 hours of battery life. Recommending the AirPods Max is a tough decision. If you're deeply rooted in the Apple ecosystem, you'll definitely get a lot of advantages. The H1 chip inside the headphones and Apple's optimizations mean that connectivity is a piece of cake. Simply bringing your iPhone near the AirPods Max will connect them to your phone. So if money is no bar and the Apple ecosystem is something you certainly enjoy, the AirPods Max are a great pick for you. However, if you're just looking to buy a pair of premium headphones and don't have the liberty of spending 60,000 rupees, it wouldn't hurt to look elsewhere.
And now let's move on to the LG Wing. Now this is an incredible phone. Like I said, a lot of people, we did our last phone standing and a lot of people found the LG Wing to be the most innovative phone of 2020. It is, because this swivel screen really does make sense. So lots of questions on the fact that there is innovation, but the processor, the specs are not good enough. In this T way, or the wings expanded out, this phone really gives you a lot of efficiency. Something you're doing here, something that you're doing here, really works very well. Let's take a look at our full review.
The beauty of the LG Wing is in how normal it looks the first time you hold it up. Yes, the phone is a bit thicker and a whole lot heavier than most other 2020 smartphones, but it is a relatively standard design complete with a 6.8-inch Full HD 60Hz OLED screen. LG's use of a pop-up camera means that there is no notch here, a definite win. We weren't very impressed by the in-display fingerprint scanner that takes too long to unlock the phone. However, the real magic is in how the phone seamlessly switches to dual screen mode. Yes, hidden behind the primary screen is a 3.9-inch OLED display. Swiveling out the display is smooth and satisfying, and the screen simply locks in place. The construction here is rock solid. Ever wanted to read an email while watching a YouTube video? Well, now you can. The LG Wing lets you run two apps simultaneously, and you can toss them up on whichever screen you like. Gimbal-like controls on the second display let you control the camera more effectively. However, this is where the problem lies. The LG Wing is powered by a Snapdragon 765 chipset, which is fine for a mid-range phone, but powering two displays, the experience is not the best. Elsewhere, there is 8GB of RAM and 128 to 256GB of storage, which can be expanded further. Battery life also isn't the best, especially when you make use of both displays. You will definitely need to charge the 4000 mAh battery every day, which shouldn't take too long with 25-watt charging support. Finally, coming to the cameras, the Wing has three of them at the back. The primary 64MP camera takes decent shots, however there is not too much detail. Colors can appear a bit washed out, and the HDR performance is not the best. The 13MP ultra-wide camera does well enough, however once again the colors can be a bit washed out. Now you might expect the third camera to be a telephoto lens, but the LG Wing has one more ultra-wide camera which is used with the phone in swivel mode. In this mode, the bottom screen acts as a gimbal and produces incredibly smooth-looking video, making it a great choice for budding videographers. All in all, if you want a phone that stands out for its one-of-a-kind distinct identity, the LG Wing makes for an interesting choice. However, the phone could definitely do with a bit more polish and more powerful hardware before it can earn its wings. Priced at 69,990 rupees, the LG Wing has a lot of competition, but its unique swivel-out design definitely makes it stand out.
And now let's move on to our very special segment, our Qualcomm segment, the experiences you deserve. And this entire segment is on 5G. Even though we don't have 5G here in India, how we are getting future ready, how 5G will impact the smartphone market in the future, how it's already impacting it right now, how will your life completely change? My internet connection is faulty. It's a line we're very used to talking about now in our online meetings. Usually it's the truth, sometimes it's an excuse, but that's about to change. And the main reason is going to be 5G. Yes. Now, each tech phase we go through has a defining moment and intervention. The previous decade saw widespread use of 4G networks with hundreds of phones coming each year. With 4G support, it really did change a lot of lives. I know a lot of us are not happy with it, but it was the start. But the next one will see the rise of 5G, and the leap from 4G to 5G will probably be the biggest jump in overall performance and network capabilities you have ever experienced. With 4G, we got used to things like online meetings, streaming of our favorite movies, doing a video call one-to-one without even thinking about it, watching live sports, watching videos in 1080p, or even higher resolutions if you had a good connection. 4G also saw the rise of things like mobile payment apps as real-time online payment saw a huge rise. But 5G promises to be way superior. I think that phrase, "you haven't seen anything yet," really applies to 5G. Imagine this, Wi-Fi-like speeds on your mobile data which will let you download that 2-hour Netflix movie in just seconds. That buffering on your YouTube video, gone forever. But if you think that 5G is only going to be about speed, then you would be totally wrong. It changes everything. Every smart product reacts instantly because the near zero latency of 5G makes sure it does. Cloud robotics and automation, immersive 4K virtual reality, proper virtual classroom learning, instant decisions taken by a self-driving car. The list is long and endless. It does so much. Now, we've all seen very futuristic science fiction movies where doctors are performing surgeries remotely or robots are getting instructions to do certain things in real time. Well, it's not going to be about science fiction anymore. It will become reality with 5G. This will be possible because 5G also promises something called ultra-low latency levels and delivers instantaneous responses. This is very, very important for the kind of technology, products and gadgets we'll be using in the future. But what good does all of that do for India? I know we keep talking about 5G. We don't even have 5G yet. Well, countries like the US and UK have established 5G networks. India is still on 4G. But finally 5G seems to be around the corner in India. Maybe not too long to wait for now. 5G moves from fantasy to reality very, very soon. Now, despite not having a 5G infrastructure, India is still planning ahead. We're seeing smartphones launched now in 2020-21 having a 5G modem inside the device, which means that they already had all the measures in place for when 5G actually launches in India. You're not going to buy a new phone again in 6 months, right? We have smartphones like the OnePlus 8T, Vivo V20 Pro, and about 15 others that already support 5G networks. The Moto G 5G launched in late 2020 became the most affordable 5G enabled smartphone in the entire country, and it absolutely did not compromise on other specs. So 5G is affordable and a reality. In 2021, we will see a large scale shift towards 5G technology with almost all smartphones showcasing the latest hardware with 5G capabilities. Now, while you may not be able to use 5G till the second half of 2021, there's no harm in buying a smartphone that is future-proof and ready. Another big incentive is that even 4G networks seem to work better on 5G-enabled devices. Now, how do you ensure that your smartphone is 5G-enabled and future-proof? Well, the easy way to do that is to make sure you buy a device with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor inside. Smartphones powered by the Snapdragon X55 or Snapdragon X60 modem RF systems are all 5G compatible. This is because Qualcomm is propelling the 5G revolution around the world, from innovation to infrastructure to 5G-enabled mobile processors. Qualcomm is pushing the limits to bring all the greatness of 5G into our hands. Let's talk now to Deepu John, Senior Director Product Management for Qualcomm, to find out a little bit more about what we were talking about. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. So I'll start off with my first question. What is so special about the transition to this new 5G technology?
Consumers worldwide have consumed more and more data over the years. And this year with COVID, as we are being driven more into a mobile-centric world, data consumption has gone up even more. All this can lead to network congestion, and 5G can help alleviate this. In addition, 5G also delivers multi-gigabit download rates, smoother, higher resolution video streaming at FHD+ and 4K, cloud-based gaming, cloud-based storage, and other new means of communication. And all this is even more relevant in today's work and home environment. Just like 4G ushered in new applications and services, 5G will now unleash a new set of experiences.
Now, this is a question we get very, very often. What does Snapdragon do differently in 5G mobile processors, different from everything else we've been buying before?
As I mentioned before, Rajiv, 5G will unleash a whole set of new experiences. And we leverage all aspects of Snapdragon to bring about these experiences. And all these will be benefited regardless of which network they're on. And having 5G further enhances these experiences.
Great. Now, you launched the Snapdragon 888 recently and it's received great rave reviews. What 5G capabilities did you enable on this platform?
The Snapdragon 888 is our latest and most advanced Snapdragon platform. Fabricated in 5nm process node technology, it delivers substantial performance and power improvements over Snapdragon 865. The CPU is 25% more powerful. The GPU renders graphics 35% faster, and the artificial intelligence engine is more than twice as powerful. Overall, we have given it enhancements almost all domains across this platform, including CPU, GPU, AI, video, gaming. The X60 modem on the Snapdragon 888 delivers an industry-leading 7.5 gigabits per second download data rate. Overall, the Snapdragon 888 will deliver a fantastic user experience to consumers worldwide.
Let's now speak to Nipun Maurya, Head of Marketing Strategy, Vivo Mobile India Private Limited. Thank you, Nipun, for joining us on the show. Always a pleasure having you. My first question is, what does Vivo V20 Pro bring for the consumer?
The Vivo V20 Pro, despite being the slimmest 5G phone in the category, it is also a phone which packs in a lot of power because of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G platform. The phone has a 44 megapixel front camera, a 64 megapixel rear camera, and not just this, the phone with its beautiful looks and design is a perfect device for anybody who's planning to buy a 5G ready phone today.
How does having a 5G ready handset impact customer experience?
A 5G ready handset is certainly a great boon for anybody who's planning to buy a phone today and also being future ready. We all know 5G network, there are a lot of talks around 5G networks being available in India, and maybe this 5G networks will come out sometime very soon. So as soon as these networks are available, I know some of the customers are really tech hungry. They want to be future ready. So a 5G phone today is certainly going to be an assurance for being future ready for the years to come.
And how does a Snapdragon powered handset impact the device experience?
The Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G platform is a great platform because it powers everything that a consumer needs, whether it's in terms of imaging or gaming, and these two are the most important aspects which any consumer cares about today.
Nipun, tell me, what will 5G enable for consumers as the networks get rolled out?
Because of the low latency speeds, because of the high network capability, what we will finally see is that, again, you talk about work, so absolutely amazing, crystal clear voice and video in video calling, to entertainment, you call it video consumption, gaming, everything we will see an absolutely lag-free experience, and that is what is going to bring, when we have a 5G here. Not just this, even new use cases will emerge. We've been talking about AR and VR for a long time. We've been talking about multiplayer gaming to another level. So all these things which we've only talked about will also become a reality with the advent of 5G.
Thank you, Nipun, for joining us. As always, it's a complete pleasure to have you on the show. And now let's move on to this, a brand new phone that has just come in, the Redmi 9 Power. So, of course, it's power, so 6000 mAh battery. It's got a very nice 6.53-inch Full HD Plus screen, Snapdragon 662, which of course is the part that's not so good, 4GB RAM, 64GB internal storage, good camera, quad camera out there. So that makes a lot of sense at this price point that they've got. Here's our full review.
How good does a budget smartphone have to be to tick all the right boxes? Redmi tells us the recipe. We tried the Redmi 9 Power, a phone that not only does a lot but also costs just 10,999 rupees. With a massive 6000 mAh battery, the Redmi 9 Power is what every other smartphone aspires to be, a two-day smartphone. We were surprised with the amazing battery life and loved using the phone without having to worry about charging. But when the time came to charge it, we were a little less happy to see the phone charging only at 18 watts. There is Type-C charging on the phone, which is a rare sight in smartphones at this price, and we liked that on the Redmi 9 Power. While topping up took some time, we thought why not enjoy the big immersive 6.53-inch display on the phone. We watched some great videos on the Full HD display of the Redmi 9 Prime, and we were happy with the display quality. Great colors and contrast on this one. With the battery all topped up and the screen up to max brightness, we put the phone through its paces and did some gaming on the Redmi 9 Prime. To no one's surprise, the phone managed to push some great graphics through and gaming was a breezy affair. This is credited to the Snapdragon 662 chip inside and 4 GB RAM. Overall, there was hardly any room for complaints while using the Redmi 9 Prime. Cameras are another big area where the Redmi 9 Power outshines the competition. It features a quad camera array at the back with a 48MP main lens, an 8MP ultra-wide shooter, a 2MP macro and 2MP depth sensor. Camera performance is good in well-lit conditions, especially for the price of the phone. Even the macro shots have nice colors and picture quality is really good. But while the phone does the task in low light, it is nothing to write home about. The front camera is an 8MP selfie shooter that clicks some good-looking photos. Moving to the build quality, now this is where we see a lot of work being put in to make the Redmi 9 Power look good. While it is only a plastic back, the phone has a really nice build quality and it feels really good in the hand. It also has some weight to it, coming in at just under 200 grams, which is an impressive feat considering that Redmi has crammed in a big battery inside. Another impressive thing about the Redmi 9 Power is that the fingerprint scanner is embedded inside the power button, which according to us is the perfect spot for the sensor. Elsewhere, there is also a 3.5mm headphone jack. The Redmi 9 Power comes with 64 GB onboard memory with the option of expandable storage. All good things must come to an end. The Redmi 9 Power has MIUI on top of Android 10, which means that there will be some bloatware baked into the UI, but that is the compromise that we have to make. Now, as the name suggests, the Redmi 9 Power is a power-packed phone with so much on offer. If you're on the hunt for a great device and you want a phone that is easy to pay money for, the Redmi 9 Power is the phone for you.
That then was the Cell Guru show for this week, but do remember we have just started off with 2021. Great stuff coming up next week. Do join me, Rajiv Makni, on the show.